Hey guys, back again with Steven in Today in DeFi. So in this video, it's gonna be a little bit special because in this video we're going to talk about airdrops. Actually, if you don't know, it's a way to incentivize early users on some protocols that doesn't have a token yet. So basically what we're trying to do here is to actually farm our stablecoins or Ethereum to earn native yield. What we're trying to get is like a decent native yield while accruing for airdrop points, alright, that will be eligible for future airdrops. So it's a bit technical, but simply said, we're trying to kill two birds with one stone. So we're trying to get good yields for stablecoins, for USDT or USDC or any other stablecoins. The idea here is to maintain our dollar value while accruing for airdrop points. For stablecoins, a decent yield would be like 10 to 15%, will be already great. For stablecoins, above 5% for ETH is actually already pretty good. So every week, we always research the latest, the hottest, and the best airdrops that is on the trenches, if you might say, on DeFi. We call it the weekly airdrop farming alpha. We publish this every Wednesday, so if you want to get a preview or a 7-day trial for this, it's available on the link below, right? It's available on the link below. This week, there are some airdrop claims from OG Labs. OG Labs is actually an AI layer 1, so it's not too DeFi related, but it's still in the trenches. An airdrop is an airdrop. Some of you might be already farming this. These kind of news and these kind of airdrop claim websites are actually already available. Our premium newsletter is, if you subscribe, this is what you'll get. You'll get an official link, protect yourself from phishing attacks. You can conveniently claim all these airdrops by clicking here on the link we are provided. You can save time and quickly check your eligibility for any rewards. And the next one is Lombard. Lombard is actually a quite huge Bitcoin DeFi project. Their main product is LBTC. And like the last 2 weeks, they announced their upcoming token, which is BART. And right now, it's already officially available to claim. You can claim here in this link if you are subscribing to our newsletter. For air checkers, this is a little bit outdated, but we actually spotted Aster way before the airdrop claim. Aster's native token Aster, which is backed by YZI, quite a huge topic. The price has been exponential with CZ backing it, with YZI Labs backing it, and the claim portal and the checker is already live, so you can check here and claim here on this website. And finally, for airdrop claims and checkers, we got Falcon Finance, which the registration is now open until September 28th. With claiming isn't yet, but the registration must be completed in advance in order for you to claim the FF token. So if you have minted like USDF before, you have farmed with it, trade USDF on a lot of protocols like Pendle, or you trade yields on Pendle, you might be eligible for the FF token, because only by minting or by farming using USDF on different DeFi protocols, you will earn what they call miles points. So miles would be the name of the points that would be eligible for the upcoming FF. So that's simply said. Here's the website that we actually put on our newsletter here, and we're going to show you a little bit of an alpha. So what we're doing here every day is actually looking on the trenches, looking on which ecosystem is winning, what hidden opportunities lies that we can be early on. So I'm going to show you some of our findings for this week's airdrop. But before that, just a quick reminder, today is the 25th Asian time. It's still in the afternoon, so this claim is about to be live. And this is a really huge anticipated airdrop that a lot of the participants have actually covered on. We're not covering it in last week's news because we actually showed it on the last 2 weeks, because this news is already quite outdated, but it's actually launching today. So these kind of news, you might be able to capture it way before the TGA date. So the function of this is to keep your awareness, because everything can be really fast. So what we're doing here is to serve you and provide you with these valuable data and reliable, actionable data that you can use every week. So yeah, Plasma is coming, very anticipated TGE, hype stablecoin infrastructure project. Solana DeFi has always been about speculation, has always been about volatility of memes and so on. But lately, there's some really interesting DeFi farming, stablecoin farming opportunities that usually happens on Ethereum. So Ethereum is very popular to farm stablecoins, and there's a lot of interesting opportunities on Ethereum to farm like stablecoins. Yield aggregators are everywhere. Like one of it is actually from Stream Finance here. The cap is almost up, so the token supply cap is only 5 million. Right here we only have 133 already filled. If you are really interested in this, you can actually, yeah, this is what we're shilling here. It's an 18% estimated yield with a native APY of 16%. So there's a extra estimated 2% from the points that will be accumulated by the vault and convert tokens in the future. So these are the airdrops that we actually aped on. And yeah, these are the airdrops that we're actually trying to farm. The decent native yield, some airdrop points. These are estimated. This can be lower or even higher if the token, it depends on the token's price after the TGE, and right there you can actually note if what you're farming is actually legit or not. But from what we're seeing here, really high TVL growth from Stream Finance, really high native APY here, 16% native APY. You can't complain that by only depositing USDC. So this is actually a yield aggregator. They will do all the farming. Someone is managing this in the back, and XUSD is also composable on some DeFi protocols. You can use it as a collateral on, or you can bridge it to different chains in order to put it as on different chains on, or any other lending protocols that you can find. Yeah, back again on Solana. Sorry for that. So for Solana, some interesting coin farming has been taking place lately. If you can see here, there's a quite decent growth on Solana's stablecoin supply chain, so this is what we're tracking. And from here, you can get like an idea of what people are actually farming on Solana. But this isn't it. But if you want to know which stablecoins or which protocols that are actually potentially high yielding on Solana's ecosystem, you can check out our premiums by getting this 7 days free. But I'm going to give you the smallest APY one, but this might be interesting for you as well for active traders on Solana, because disclaimer first, everything stated here is actually just our internal analysis. The point of this video is to actually pour out our thinking process, our due diligence on projects, on how we see it. And yeah, this is one of the protocols that we actually shilled on, and we actually put on the list on our airdrop alphas and the latest opportunities here. Although it's only 8.81%, so this is called DeFi Carrot. Although it's only yielding 8.81% APY right now by a simple USDC deposit, but yeah, the name says it itself. It's a little bit a cute name, but what this protocol is doing is actually a yield aggregator. What the idea here is to deposit USDC, and the USDC would be routed onto these liquidity providers on Drift, on Jupiter, even on some of it are on Jupiter Land, on others. It's very transparent here, so do keep in mind to actually always check for transparency in different protocols, because it's really important to see where our money is being routed to be aware that how our yields are affected by certain market conditions. So that's what we're also monitoring. So in this case, it's quite transparent here for DeFi Carrot. So you might be asking, where's the airdrop? So the airdrop here is actually quite hidden. It's on the docs here on the Q&A, and there will be some points earned within the platform, and the points earned will be linked to incentives or rewards. So this might be a hidden airdrop opportunity on top of almost like 9% yield for the last 7 days, 30 days. Historic returns doesn't determine future return or future gain, but it will give you an idea of how stable it is in certain market conditions. You can see in which case that you can get high, and that is rooted to these lending and some dexes like Drift on Jupiter Land on Solana. So what makes this interesting is actually it's super easy to deposit and withdraw on Carrot. It's just like buying this Carrot balance, and this Carrot token will actually accrue yield, almost 9% APY, on top of points for future airdrop rewards. So yeah, that's the idea. It's a good idea if you're not trading any tokens, or if you're not actively trading any tokens, you have like spare cash, or yeah, you can choose here, you can deposit and say about PayPal on Solana, you can deposit it here to get passive yields on your idle cash. And next one we got is the widely used YOUSD. Again, this is also a vault token. You can see here on the bottom which protocols or which vaults they are actually our funds to. And what makes this interesting is YOUSD is really composable on some different DeFi protocols. Here you can see you can earn extra points by doing leverage opportunities on, or you can provide YOUSD or trade the YT token, which is the yield bearing token. If you don't know how to actually trade PT or YT tokens, we actually have a video on that earlier this week. So yeah, do check it out. You can visit our home and search on DeFi 101 on Pendle, and we provide a very clear explanation on how to trade PT and YTs on Pendle. These kind of alphas are actually quite hidden. It's not every day you can actually see or find these kind of interesting protocols that need too much time to monitor. But risk management, you cannot just put all your money into one protocol. Please don't do that. We never do that, and it's not a wise decision to do that. So you can earn points here on this yield aggregator protocol, YO protocol. And yeah, lastly, there are also some interesting opportunities here on Fluid. So you know, like how the Arbitrum drips or Linea Ignition, so all the layer 2s are actually doing some incentives. Even like Base is actually launching a token. So here, yeah, this is the news that we're actually tracking every day. Initially, Base is actually stating that they're not exploring a network token, but recently, just recently, and it's a big news that actually Base is beginning to explore a network token. So this hints on an upcoming airdrop, and they actually got 1 million followers from below like maybe 700k immediately after they announced that they will be exploring a network token. So it's really hype. So the idea here is that some airdrops actually gave people a lot of life-changing money. For example, like Hyperliquid. If you're like one of those Hyperliquid maxis that have farmed Hyperliquid way before its TGE, you might know what it feels like. If an airdrop is actually legit, the product will be very good, and Base is one of the biggest layer 2s that existed today. And real activity, real farming opportunities are actually available on Base way before, and it's already widely used way before a token is actually announced. So imagine this, imagine the possibility of like how big this would be, alright? So yeah, these kind of news are actually exclusively on our newsletter. If you want to find out like these kind of updates, it's already available on our free letter. You can just type news.today in DeFi.com, and oops, sorry, you can just like type in news.today in DeFi.com, and it will route you to our newsletter. So these are the premiums. You can actually check on our free letter. It's provided every day, reliable, and all of them are actionable data and news that you can use for trading catalysts, or even be aware of new farms or farming updates, farming catalysts that if you are actively trading on the trenches. So yeah, I think that's it for this airdrops update for this week. And if you're interested on how to advancedly farm these Arbitrum Drips airdrop or the Linea Ignition program campaign airdrops, you can subscribe to our newsletter. How? It's very easy. You can visit our website here, click on premiums, and yeah, right here we are this is what we're offering you, and you can just simply click on this and it will route you to a subscription or a 7 days free trial to check on our latest newsletter. So yeah, link is down below for our website and our latest newsletters. So yeah, I think that's it. See you next time.